Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Well, plenty has been said and written about Steven Gerrard's many, many talents, but if you had to pick out one strength in particular, Jim, what would that be?
His never-say-die leadership, something that's shone through in so many crucial moments.
And it's about more than just the critical goals he's scored down the years.
It's about having the strength to keep going no matter what, and the ability to inspire your teammates to do the same.
Well, that has not gone well. And he plays one through. Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? Maldini. Albert Ferrer. Cannavaro. And this is Berbatov. And that's going wide left. And it's Davids. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pull it. And can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
River Plate with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically... Big chance! And one more try! Goal! River Plate! And it's River Plate who go in front. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Ronaldinho, spread neatly. It's a promising position. Opts to play it back. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. David Villa.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Chiellini. Oh, good spread. And he's quick to return it. Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi. Rummenigge. Iniesta. Tries a shot! Gerrard. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cafu. And it's Gerrard. To Chiellini. And it's Gerrard. And it's McAllister. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's in a good position here. Ronaldinho. Tries to pass it through. And it's Gullit. Gullit makes a dash for it. Gerrard. And here's Berbatov. Cannavaro. Gullit. Now Ronaldinho. That's a cute ball. Rummenigge finding himself in space.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
And it's Makalele. Zanetti receives it in a wide position. Zanetti made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And here's Gullit. Gullit, and he shoots! He's got away with one there. Albert Ferrer.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Chiellini. Knocks it into space. Tries to play it through. Rummenigge is onto this. Over to the right flank. That was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
River Plate have their second corner now. Maldini. He slid it. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Berbatov. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second period is underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gerrard. Davids. Now it's Berbatov. And that's another good win of the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through. Now there's a fine ball. Messi! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely weighted ball. Iniesta. Ronaldinho.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Oh, what has happened here? Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Now it's Messi. Can he finish? off the upright. Davids. And it's McAllister. River Plate appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Gerrard. McAllister. And this is Gerrard. Decent chance! Oh, he's having a go! Oh, this looks sharp.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
River Plate are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And it's McAllister. Messi has the space to scheme.
Cambio en el River Plate. Número 11.
River Plate can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Número 6. Entran.
Nice looking ball. Cafu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Número 5.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And here's Dembele. Rivaldo, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. In towards the back stick. He's cut it out. Dembele. Gerrard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Chiellini. And here's Dembele. And this is Messi. He is just caressing the ball. Can he get it through? Oh, good He's having a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Dembele really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
And this is Berbatov.
Barcelona are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Dembele! And that really should have been that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Cannavaro is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Pedri. Makalele. Space for him to turn and look. And this is Hullet. Gets his head on it! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
River Plate find a position of real strength now. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Can you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the
Against
atmosphere
Barcelona.
frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Shifted it to the flank. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. Marmouche has the space to scheme. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way. That's rather hopeful. It's anyone's ball. Struck first time. And one more try.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Villa.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
And Messi! So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's picked his way through. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Messi. In towards the back stick. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some, looking for the run. So it is still 0-0. Robson. He is through here. Stood up well to him there. Dani Olmo. Totti. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Akanji. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's O'Shea. And here's Messi. Cannavaro producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pelé, distributed tidily. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Villa. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pelé can so cleverly bypass the press. Spread out to the left. And it's Olmo. Pinches it off him. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Villa.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good spread. Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Knocks it into space. And the through ball. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
It's a pretty loose pass. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. He's in plenty of space here. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Gerrard. Dembele! Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. He's going to be disappointed with that. Dani Olmo, Totti. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Pelé. No way through. Robson is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Totti. Cafu. And it's made its way. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Platini clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner.
There will be one
Cannavaro tries to clear. Dani Olmo. And it's Michel Platini. And that pass just didn't quite work. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
This is a
So your views on the first half?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. So the first half brought no goals. Totti purring through the gears. Searching passes played there. Into the channel. Pass is just off target. Pelé, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Cafu is fouled. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He has found the way through. It's Pelé! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nigeria have their second corner now. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Dani Olmo. Now it's Villa. Cafu. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's Gerrard. Good chance here! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Well, it's ended up in no man's land. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, that looks a decent ball. Decent chance! And there's a goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So the first moment of real significance.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
This looks promising. Marmouche, now can he find a finish? And that is masterful defending.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Neatly clipped into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Totti tries to play it through. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Great defending, strong and determined. Engages and forces him off the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, good take in a good area. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Tries from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
David Villa. Over to the right flank. Messi. O'Shea produces the perfect tackle there. And they win it back again. Short changes him with that pass. Takes the shot! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
So we have further activity.
Undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Great vision. Robson.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, it's Dembele. Well read, nice interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And this is Dembele. Spread to the right. And here's Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Totti. Oh, super find. Messi! Well taken goal. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
The goal scorer for Barcelona.
Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Davids calmly anticipates. And here's Messi. Looking for options for movement. He's looking wide. He's on it. Can he get away? Chance! It's a loose ball. And Messi!
Added minutes has been indicated.
Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, it's Dembele. Pele. Davids. And it's Gerrard. Well, that has not gone well. Silvestre. And that will be it. Barcelona are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. David Villa taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
During the match. Thank you for your
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out.
And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
What a throw in. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nedved played down the flank. Can he latch on to this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Iniesta going face to face with his great rival. Dani Olmo. That's a good ball out wide.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Totti. Oh, it's played into the area. Early ball out from the back.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Forlan. And it's Nedved. He's being urged to shoot. He's looking wide. Nedved. Van Basten, and this is Forlan. Cannavaro does well to get it back. Saliba charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gerrard providing an outlet on that flank.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And it's a corner. Gremio with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Van Basten. And it's Nedved. Oh, lovely bit of skill. No goals as yet. Oh, what a ball! João Cancelo has the space to scheme. Totti, over to the right flank, and this is Berbatov, and this is Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Gremio always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off. Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Gerrard has it out wide and in space. There's the shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Lovely feet. He's having a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. Getting up there! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Maldini. 15 minutes till half-time. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. So it's going to be another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Oh, he's having a go! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he...
And he shoots! And that's a sharp finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he lines up a cross. Maldini. And it's Cancelo. Now Saliba. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. David Villa. Albert Ferrer. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Saliba. Now it's Nedved. Gerrard. Not where it came from. It's a pretty loose pass.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the counter is on. Dink through. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is... And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Cambio de jugadores.
The second half then, just getting going. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
David Villa. And it's Totti. Knocks it into space. Brilliantly cut out. David Villa. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Davids. Now it's Nedved. Chiellini. And he cuts out the supply. Cannavaro. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. David Villa. Gerrard. Oh, strongly challenged there. David Villa! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Oh, that's fabulous. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. It's Gerrard! It's off target and by quite a way.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Totti. And he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. To Gerrard. Bale. João Cancelo. That's beautifully weighted. That is a brilliant interception.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Bale. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That pass has been well intercepted. Iniesta. Gerrard has got himself a free kick. Cannavaro. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Gerrard delivers.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Gerrard. And that's really well manoeuvred. Just about up to 75 minutes. Looking for the run. And that's an excellent interception. Chiellini pokes it out wide.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Great defending, strong and determined.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tries to play it through. Gerrard. Now it's Berbatov. He's shifted it to the flank. And it's Gerrard. Can he get it through? He's got away. Oh, what has happened here? And the shots! David Villa, Cafu wins the duel this time. And he's managed to get free. Forced to go back. Well-timed, excellent interception. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's in on goal. He has found the way through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Bale. Good ball, good take. And he's certainly onside here. He's found a way through. And that is expertly dealt with.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Gerrard. Great vision. Danny Olmo. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Your reflections then, Jim?
Barcelona certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So off we go then.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he is 30 yards forward.
Ball's played through. Dani Olmo has it out wide and in space. Dani Olmo crosses.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. This is the time you need that pace.
Davids looking for the run. Oh, that's superb.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Davids. And it's Gerrard. And this is Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. Dani Olmo going face-to-face with his great rival, Azar.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, he's been at a shot! That is decidedly lacking. And this is Totti. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Good ball, good take. And he's had it nicked away. And here's Dani Olmo, looking to play him in towards the back stick.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Totti. Oh, that's a fine interception. He's beaten the last man. David Villa is flagged offside. That has been cut short. Cafu plays a sharp little ball here, wriggles his way through. Lovely feet, lofted in, and that's the keeper's ball.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Dani Olmo clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Oh, good spread. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Ronaldinho. And it's Sneijder. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's a throw-in. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get it through? Now it's Hazard. Cafu wins the duel this time.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Edmilson.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's a little off target. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Messi.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
In towards the back stick. Now it's Totti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's running through. Cafu. Oh no, this does not look good. He's got away. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Gerrard clears without hesitation. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Ronaldinho. That has not gone well. And that is the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And we get things going again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now he's off and running. Pass somewhat off target. Silvestre venturing down the left. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now that looks a decent ball. Another throw-in. Schneider. Cannavaro with a fine tackle. Tries to play it through. And it's Gerrard. Chiellini takes the shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in, surely! Played into the box.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nice looking ball. Well-timed, excellent interception. Albert Ferrer is there to clear.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Schneider, played right into his path. Cannavaro can clear it away. Referee's given a throw. Pepe is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Pepe cuts it out. He's gone direct here. Hazard chasing after it. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substituição no time do Internacional.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Camisa 10. Camisa 80.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Rafinha is fouled. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Cafu does well to get it back. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Not the most accurate pass.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tries to thread one through. Crosses it in. Albert Ferrer getting this one clear.
Substituição em andamento.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Stolo getting the call here, and he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Gerrard. And now they can clear their lines. Mbappe! It's a goal kick. There will be a throw-in. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. That has been slung wide. And that could well leave a mark.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's found a way through. Oh, he's been caught, and one more try! Big relief, it just needed better contact. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And here's Rafinha. Now it's Shevchenko. Cafu gets over and intercepts. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. And the number on the board is 3. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. No, that's been intercepted. Gerrard. That is ended up in no man's land. He won't be happy with that one. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Barcelona can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge, towering header! Goal! Barcelona! And we have liftoff! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Botafogo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Seedorf. Vieira. Distributed tidily. And he's managed to get free. Quick look, then plays it in. Vieira! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
He's on it, can he get away? And he's straight offside. Oh, nicely intercepted. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Baresi. And this is Messi. And that has left him in a heap. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Rashford is behind this one, so a genuine chance to increase the lead. Rashford! Now, who's going to be first to this? There's the shot! That's got him rattled. Cafu unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's a simple one for the keeper.
Botafogo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
That's a shade optimistic.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off. That interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face to face with his great rival. Whatever he had in mind, that's what... It's Rashford! Boy, he struck that clean. Well, the first goal came from this. Baresi getting this one clear. Now there's a foot. Gerrard! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. David Villa. Vieira. Defending was strong and firm. And here's Rashford. Modric. Now it's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Davids herring after the ball here. Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Rashford.
Rashford really was well marshalled there because he was denied the...
And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Rashford clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Donadoni in acres of space out wide. Pullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's picked his way through. Ah, such a clever touch. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, nice touch. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, that's fabulous. Hangs one in. And it's claimed by the keeper. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Barcelona have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we get things going again. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He is through here. That's very neat. Zanetti gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's having a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And they win it back again. Donatoni. Pullet. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And there's green grass ahead of him. Rashford receives it in a good position here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Looking to play him in. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, some tackle that. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Can he spark a counter here? Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a... And Hullet! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He is just caressing the ball. He has found a way through. He's had a shot! Messi with an air of confidence about him. Damn it! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite. Barcelona get their fourth corner. No way through, so back it comes. And now they can spring out of defence. Modric. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, can he get onto this?
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Now it's Messi. Plays the return pass. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's found a way past. Can he finish? Always going over the top.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Bale picks it up out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Khan claims it, safe hands.
Botafogo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Gerrard. He has on... It's Modric! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Can he get on the end of this? David Villa! And a truly agonising miss.
Villa clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Vieira gets across to intercept that. He's found a way through. It's Rashford! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rashford. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Barcelona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. David Villa is onto it in a flash. It's a pretty loose pass. Chiellini. He's got away. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Rashford picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think this was a game that served to show just how effective set pieces can be. Sometimes you have to rely on them when nothing else seems to be working for you, and this was exactly that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. Fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Barcelona have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talk.
Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Yeah, can they get him away? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Gerrard. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's under a lot of pressure there. Ronaldinho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
That has ended up in no man's land. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Ronaldinho. What a throw in. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Zanetti shifted it to the flank. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Cannavaro gets a foot in here. He's found the way through.
Such good technique.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is... on the finish! Still goalless at the moment. Spread out to the left. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Muscular approach does pay off here. And the shot's on here. Best gets flagged offside. Pull it. And he's had it nicked away. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Driving forward. Oh, that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Header!
And he's straight offside. Cafu. Roberto does well to get it back. Now it's Ronaldinho. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Eto'o. Over to the right flank. And here's Messi. That is lovely. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that has been knocked clear. That's a good ball out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi. Messi powering forward here. Ronaldinho. Looking for options for movement. And that's an errant pass. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Cruyff. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Gets us going once more.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Hullet. That's an excellent interception. Cafu. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Good ball, good take. There's the delivery. Davids is there, and he can pick it up. Davids. Messi. Gerrard. It's Gerrard! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. It's a really well-measured ball. Messi. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Space for him to turn and look. And a header! And that's in!
satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Played out to the left flank, and it's Messi. Scholes! Scholes! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it tries a shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
El dorsal 21.
Cannavaro tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now the ball's gone astray. Just eases him off the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Great vision. Oh, some astute defending there. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Looking for the run. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Played down the flank. Best in acres of space out wide. That's a little off target. It's Ronaldinho!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible error. Just about within shooting range. Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Oh, what a moment for him, Peter. He'll be losing sleep over that one tonight.
Ronaldinho. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 41.
It's a searching pass. Cannavaro cuts out the pass.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Spread to the right. That has been slung wide. It'll be a throw-in. And a chance! And a truly agonising miss.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Dani Olmo to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Out for a throw. And that's another throw.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Now it's Eto. Donadoni! Oh, and that should have been two.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Very much into the last knockings. Aimed beyond the defence. Spread neatly. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Could be danger here. Alexander-Arnold.
5 minutos de descuento.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. No, again there's no way through. Marquinhos, nicely weighted ball. It's Lewandowski! That was mighty close. Zé Roberto wins the duel this time. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, shooting! Eto finds himself offside. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Cafu picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona really...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Match day, especially here, this crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
For me, Peter, he's always urging everyone around him to have a...
What he preaches in that respect.
He does, indeed, and I think a ball winner, great distributor, never stop running, playmaker, and more than a decent finisher too. The only question is, where do you play him to make the most out of all of those talents?
Now it's Eto'o. Lampard. He is through here. And the shot! That has earned a reprieve for the time being. That's the corner kick. Barcelona with their first...